Do you really need that chariot?
Hmm.
Do you need to load that much with you?
Hmm.
Or what is it? Do you really think it is required
Hmm.
for your soul to take it, get burdened with it?
Hmm.
Or you are happy to leave it behind?
Correct.
If you're happy to leave it behind, then that process has to start much earlier.
Correct.
It will not happen overnight, or one fine day you will not get that eureka moment
Hmm.
and say, oh, I've got to drop everything. And that can also happen
Hmm.
when that real, genuine calling is there, deep down from the soul,
Hmm.
like an enlightened moment.
Hmm.
Even that can happen. But we don't know whether that will happen. If you want to get with the distinction,
Hmm.
you really don't know whether you will get a distinction. But what you can do is aim to study and invest all your time and hard work and effort in trying to answer the paper in such a way that you will be capable of getting a distinction.
Hmm.
But you're not sure whether you will still get that distinction.
Hmm.
Right? You're only moving in that direction
Hmm.
and putting in the right stuff
Correct. Yeah.
for the correct.
Hmm.
If you get it,
Hmm.
you know that you did the right things. If you don't,
Hmm.
you still feel and you ask yourself,
Hmm.
where was the gap? What went wrong? Why I couldn't get.
Hmm.
You understood what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the process has to start much earlier. If children are imbibed in understanding this process ever since they are born,
Hmm.
because the soul is the most pristine and clear, with no impressions of the present birth.
Hmm.
That is why we say, kids are so innocent, right?
Hmm.
Because they can't form any impressions. They only start forming impressions of right and wrong and fear. Gets imbibed into them, one, by observation, by putting that fear into them. Once you observe, if you're observing somebody, eating with fork and spoon, what do? You try to learn to eat with fork and spoon, right? Out of observation. The other thing is, you'll be told this is also a way of eating.
Correct.
But eating with a spoon and a fork is also a way of eating food, right? So you're told that. So you start forming those impressions.
Hmm.
And after that, you start using them when it is appropriate. You understood?
Yeah.
If you're 6 people where there is nobody is eating with fork and spoon, you will look like the odd one out.
Hmm.
But you will use that same method of eating your food where you find it is most appropriate for you to do that.
Hmm.
Right? Because you don't want to look like the odd one out.
Hmm.
Correct? So these are impressions that you form by observation and by learning.
Right.
It's a combination of both.
Hmm.
Correct?
Correct.
So what you observe, what observation is of making impressions on the mind. Because you absorb, you observe and then you absorb.
Hmm.
And after you absorb, you ask yourself, do I have a need for it or I don't have a need for it? Correct? That's your judgment and your decision. No one can come in that space. But when somebody tells you, this is it, or do this or do that, sometimes you follow because of authority, right? But then you also use your own rational and logic behind it, being given that intelligence. So the chariot is a representation of when you are going to move on, coming back home. What are you bringing with you? You go traveling, you go from one destination to another, you go to holidays. You don't bring trash back with you, right? You bring memoirs. You bring little souvenirs which reminds you of the happy moments, of the beautiful you visited. A little a memory that you bring back with you and you keep it at home, right? And when you see it, reminds you of the very good happy moment that you were in that point of time. And then you come back home, right? So when you are finally going to come back home, are you going to do you want to load your chariot with trash? Or with happy, simple memoirs and souvenirs? Karmic cycle. You understanding the analogy very clearly now? Right? Manju Baba's asking you.
Yes.
Is it making sense when I'm talking about a chariot being loaded and looking
Absolutely.
huge and big? Do you really need it?
Yeah, no.
You don't. People used to walk miles together, then they used to cycle, right? Isn't it? So if you can cover the same destiny same destination, maybe by bicycling 10 kilometers, do you really need a chopper to take you there?
Hmm.
No. That chopper will come with its own baggage, right?
Hmm.
So the question will be what you're coming with. What's in your chariot? What are you bringing? Do you need this? Is this what you really want with you? That will be a very strong impression if you say, yes, I want to bring it with me. And I'll say, okay, go ahead, let's go. How are you going to download that impression? Because in the spirit world, whichever realm you are at, right, you have to download that impression, correct?
Hmm.
To move forward.
Hmm.
You don't want to go downwards, right?
Hmm.
You want to only move forward. But if you are holding to that impression, you have to do something about it, correct?
Hmm.
But if you are not holding only that impression, how easy it is to just go next.
Right.
Make sense?
So basically, you're saying it's about shelving the impressions to be able to be lighter and moving upwards and forward.
Yes. That is exactly what I was doing with the mandali continuously.
Hmm.
And anyone who came in touch with the mandali,
Hmm.
they were doing the same with them.
Hmm.
Your biggest connect, if it is from the mandali, was with Bhauji for all of you, right?
Hmm.
Isn't it?
Yes.
And Bhauji, in his own way, carried a lot of your impressions with him
Hmm.
to make you all much more lighter when the time is to come
Hmm.
back home. I always say it's coming back home.
Hmm.
But the fear of coming back home is so strong because we don't know where we are going next,
Hmm.
isn't it?
I have a question, but I'll stop the recording and put it at part 2. Just 1 minute.